Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Force here with some more StarCraft 2 commentary. Today we will be taking a look at a series between MVP's DRG, also known as Dongray Gu, and EG's HuK. This is going to be a Protoss versus Zerg, HuK versus Dongray Gu here on the map GSL Daybreak. This is coming from the recent MLG winter event that took place over the weekend. And I told you guys I was going to get you a few games, and I will do that very thing. And HuK says, can you kill the lights? Yes, sir, you got it. Yeah, I really just did shut off the lights here in my room. I am not kidding you. If HuK tells me to shut off the lights via a replay, I will do so. Alright, all joking aside, let's get some recent tournament information here. HuK recently took first place at the 2011 MLG Orlando event. Also placed in the round of 8 at GSL August Code S, and that again was also in 2011. His opponent up here in the upper right hand corner, Dongray Gu, took first place at the FX Open Invitational Series number 5. Also took first place at the Arena of Legends, the King of Kongs. So there you go. As I have been doing as of late, giving you some tournament information, and I cannot wait to get this game underway. Looks like HuK will be doing a bit of mineral line harass. Now you can take a look and notice here, as long as HuK does this, only one drone can be mining from the patch. There can only be 2 workers mining from a patch at any given time. So he is going to prevent a second drone of Dongray Gu from mining, and this is very minimal, but it disrupts the early game economy here of Dongray Gu. So really nice to see that. Again, it is very, very small. Not that significant at all, but it's something that helps. It's one of those little tactics that you'll see those pro players throw in every now and then. As we can see, Dongray Gu has decided to go pool first. Pretty much necessary whenever you get scouted early, or if you're ever on a 2-person map in this matchup as the Zerg player. Going hatch first can be suicide, especially with the probability of a forge fast expand from your opponent, meaning that you could see some cannons, also the probe and pylon harass, preventing you from dropping the hatchery. All these sorts of things make it so that you do pretty much always want to go pool first if, again, you're scouted early, or if it's a 2-person map in this matchup, Protoss versus Zerg. There you go. Now we did see here that HuK has decided to go Nexus first, then dropped his Forge with the Gateway coming shortly thereafter. With that pylon coming through in the main. Now we do have, let's take a look over here. 4 Zerglings did just pull through. Let's take a look at the scouting that he's managed to done. Yeah, with the Overlord, he has managed to scout that frontal wall off. He is noticing a significant lack of cannon right here, and you can see the cannon is placed all the way back here. There looks like there's a little bit of space over here that Lynx could actually pull on through out of range of that cannon. We'll see if he manages to do so as Dongray Gu is continuing to push forward with those 4 Lings. We do have an Overlord Scout. We'll be pulling over here, probably tucking himself away in this little space. And actually a probe over here will very likely be spotting that. Now here we go, Lynx moving on in, and yes, he does. Sneaks his way right on in, and with these Lings back here at the resource line, it is going to be pretty much impossible until that first Zealot comes out for HuK to do much mining over here at all. He's going to rely on the safety of that cannon, though, to mine from this particular patch. Just need to be careful. Ling's going to pull forward, try to get the one. Just barely walking within the range of that cannon, takes 1 shot. And here we go, Zealot is now out. HuK will be pursuing these 4 Lings of Dongray Gu that are inside of his natural expansion. And let's see Dongray Gu trying to pull out a little bit of Miss Micro. Loses a Ling unnecessarily. Pulling those Lings on the bottom side of that Vespene Geyser. Ends up losing as he gets within range of that cannon. Losing one of those Zerglings, again, pretty much unnecessarily. HuK, in the meantime, has been scouting and managed to spot the Dongray Gu. Did move into a quick third. You can see no extractors up, forgoing that gas in favor of getting up that quick third. And Dongray Gu, again, this can certainly be risky if we see a strong 2-base push from HuK. But if Dongray Gu can defend this, then it is going to put him in a pretty strong position. Overlord Scout chilling out over here. Second Overlord will be just chilling in this position. Why are they chilling? Who knows? They're just that cool. Probe Scout making his way back into the natural expansion. He will be safe as those Zerglings are now forced back. We get the Zealot moving its way across the map. No kills yet. Let's see if he ends up getting any full surround from those Lings. If we get some good Ling micro, ends up losing that 1 Ling at low health. Gonna lose a second. Yes, loses 2. Is gonna lose a third. Yes, he does. And HuK takes as many Lings in the process down as he can, realizing that he was going to lose that Zealot no matter what. Said, hey, I'm gonna get as many kills as possible. Threw down that badass micro, and there you go. Now HuK coming out with a lot of gateways here. You can see not teching up and instead going gateway heavy. This is going to be a strong 2-base push. Looks like it will be off of 6 gates unless he gets a 7th right here. No, looks like it is going to be off of 6 gates. So a 6-gate level 1 weapon upgrade push is what we are expecting to see here from HuK. His primary goal of which will be to take out this 3rd base, which remember he scouted with that probe scout. He is fully aware of this. Now obviously this is something that DongRaeGu is going to be concerned about and keeping an eye out for. We expect some scouting to be happening, grabbing the tower, checking out front here as well with your lings. All of these things are going to be a good idea, and will allow him hopefully to see that this push is coming. Now you can see the Overlord creeped on in a bit. He spotted those 2 gateways, would not hurt if he went a little bit further though to spot the rest. That would really give him a clear idea as to what he is up against. Level 1 weapons upgrade is now finished. Now what is going to happen is HuK should probably warp in a few units inside of that natural expansion and then push out with a small force plus a worker. That probe, of course, being used to drop a proxy pylon in a forward position, allowing him to be aggressive. Now back here, DongRaeGu is coming out with an evolution chamber and a layer, but not much else. He's pretty much just on lings at the moment. We don't have a roach warren or... Oh, yes, we do have a roach warren in play. I apologize for missing that. I don't believe we have any roaches. Yeah, there are no roaches in play, but we do have a roach warren, giving him the opportunity to do so. And actually you can see 5 roaches are coming on through. And is he deciding? Ooh, look at this. Deciding instead of pushing out here, he is deciding to come out with a 3rd himself. We do have that Twilight Council in play. No research coming from that yet. He is coming out with the level 2 weapons upgrade, however. Continuous creep spread over here from DongRaeGu. Metabolic boost now about finished. Droning up very, very hard with 14 drones in production queue at the moment. Again, he didn't scout a push. He realized that there wasn't coming, and as a result decided to drone up pretty hard. We do have the roach speed coming out in that Glau reconstitution. Also the ground carpus level 1 coming on through. And right now DongRaeGu is probably just going to continue to spread that creep, continue to macro up. He's got those upgrades also coming out that burrow research. He has also scouted out the 3rd position over here, so he does know that HuK is moving into his 3rd. We'll see how DongRaeGu decides to respond. Will he take a 4th? Either in this position or right over here. It's going to be right over here, as we do have the silhouette there of that hatchery. So DongRaeGu has decided in scouting out that HuK has a 3rd to just move ahead and take his 4th. And actually a lot of times you'll see the 4th taken with the 5th at the same time. However, I'm not sure that DongRaeGu is really in the position to do that at the moment. I think he is probably just going to continue to work up his forces, and we may even see a little bit of pressure over here. Ling's trying to pull forward. Cannon does deter them there. Roaches over here working down these destructible debris, and HuK clearly is aware of that at the moment. You can see the fact that those debris are getting worked down right now. Burrow research just about finished, as well as the roach speed. 14, 15, 16 roaches. The roach numbers keep getting higher and higher. HuK pulls forward and gets a couple of free roach kills there. Just 1 so far. Blink Stalker's taking out a few more. That's unfortunate for DongRaeGu. Took some... I mean, it's pretty small, but at this point in the game, given how few losses there have been in general, that was a pretty significant loss. Now we're going to see a little bit of counter-aggression from DongRaeGu as he tries to push against those Blink Stalkers, moving out the backside as well with his roaches. We'll be trying to sandwich, but HuK blinks back, and that doesn't really take that many losses. You can see DongRaeGu still a bit behind in terms of resources lost. So we do have Blink Stalkers. No charge upgrade is coming out. We also have the Observer coming on through. A little bit of a roach push over here, going straight for those cannons first. We're going to see a few Stalkers getting warped in. Remember, they do have that Blink research. This isn't really a ton of roaches right now. Might want to push back, doing a little bit more damage, then does decide to push back. We got a few roaches moving over here. Burrow research now finished. He tries to burrow those roaches, but he does get spotted by that Observer. Drops the warp gate over here as he continues the roach aggression from both angles. These roaches are going to be forced back, as well as these roaches. Reinforcement roaches coming through the middle. Also the tunneling claws, which is really great with that burrow research, of course, allowing him to move while burrowed. Roaches overwhelming the amount of Stalkers over here. And we do have another roach push moving over here as well. A couple Speedlings joining the fun as he's going to pull on into that natural expansion. He's got a pretty overwhelming force over here at the moment. Roaches moving over here and taking out those Stalkers, blinking back at the very last minute. Now going to converge his forces and try to do as much damage as possible. Drops the Immortal, which was really the major threat there to those roaches. Drops the rest of these Zealots. Blink Stalkers holding on. Roaches will be trying to push on into this position. We've got more reinforcements pulling over here. That expansion being used entirely for larva right now, as he's not really mining from the 4th. He is being super aggressive, trying to do as much damage as possible with this push. Taking a look at the resources lost, you can see HuK has fallen pretty significantly behind, as DongRaeGu with some beautiful engagements has been doing a significant amount of damage here to HuK. He's continuing to dance in between this third and the natural. The biggest thing, though, is he keeps whittling down HuK's forces and doing a pretty good job of that as well. Now moving into the third, we'll start to do some economic damage right now, burning those roaches to get up their extra regen, overwhelming the stalkers over here. We do have 1-0 upgrades with the 1-1 just about finished. A few more zealots getting warped in. HuK calls the GG. Just continuous aggression from these roaches non-stop here from DRG, and HuK again just kept losing engagement after engagement. And although he was holding on, he was about 2,000 resources behind, and realizing that he was in the process of losing that third just made him call the GG. Alright, my friends, that was game number 1 here between DRG and HuK. We will be moving on to game 2 in just a moment. As always, if you like the content, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Keep watching and keep owning.